How's it going, guys? Today we have my wife's coworker's RAV4. I think it's a 2018. We're gonna do an oil change, windshield wipers, and replace the headlight housings. I put a bulb in, but they are like oxidized and fading and everything. Never done it on this vehicle, so we will have to pull the bottom bumper cover. So we'll have to use our little pry tool and release some of the clips in here, and probably a little 10. It looks like maybe different size there, but some of these quick releases, at least on the outside right there, that I know for sure, just from past vehicles, just to remove this whole bottom section of plastic. And yeah, I'm gonna do that first before the oil change. Hopefully since the sun came out finally, the ground will dry out a little bit before I lay on the wet ground. I'll lay something down there, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do the headlights. That's the part that's gonna take the longest. So as of right now, I'm gonna pull all the clips and those two bolts out of the top side. All right, so for these clips, I'm on the passenger side, or the driver's side, I mean. I actually have a tool somewhere that's for this. So we're gonna try to do this without breaking anything, obviously. It has a flathead mark, so I don't know if you're able to twist these out. Seen some like that before. They're not. They're all corroded. The road debris. Yeah, I think they're just kind of quick release clips. Let me just put in here, give it a little twist, just like that. Just gotta give them the wiggle. This should come right out. Just like that. I haven't actually seen that style before, but there's one on this side. This is a Phillips, or I don't know what size that one is. Let's figure out what that is. Okay, this bolt here is an 8mm. So we're just gonna back this out. And hopefully that releases the cover on this side. I will have to check underneath to see if there's anything on the front side or not. But yeah, let me back this out. This ratchet's good for certain things, but sucks at normal things. So yeah, just there's a big screw in there. See if I can pull just the top half and get to the bolts without pulling the bottom. If you need to pull the bottom, there's like some more bolts all the way around here. There's some 10s. You get this whole plastic skid plate thing with 10s, 4 across the front. And then up here on top, there's our actual headlight. I think that's a 10 there. You got another 10 here, 10 on the other side, 10 for your headlight. And then you got the same kind of clip, at least right here, for that one. This one's a clip as well that also works as a hood stop or hood bumper. So yeah, I'm gonna pull the same thing out in the wheel well on the passenger side, and then I'm gonna pull I'm gonna leave the headlight 10s in there right now, but pull this 10, and see if I can work these little clips out, because these hold this plastic right where it's supposed to be. So okay, so pretty much all I did here is just start pulling right on this plastic edge here. Make sure this mount thing stays where it is. It wants to pull a little bit this way due to just being mounted differently. I stuck a little flathead kind of right in that little gap and popped these 3 tabs up as I wiggled, and sure enough it popped out from underneath the headlight and everything. So now this is all fairly loose enough so we can get to all the mounting, I hope. I don't know if that corner, no. So it looks like yeah, it is. This, sorry guys. There's like a 10 right here on the bottom side. You got 10 here, your 10 here, your 10 here, and I think that's it. So we need one more 10 to pull out right here, and this should remove the headlight. We're doing both of them. So let me stick my 10 in there, do this on the driver's side. If you look at the side here, you see there's a bolt here. This one does not need to be loosened. You can see on the inside, it just holds that mount on there. And it's the bottom one. You can see right tip of my finger, it goes right into the side of the headlight housing. So let me pull that one. It should be good. And we'll pull this one here. Yeah, because this is underneath. Because this one right here is on top. So this 10, that 10, 10 on each side, and they both should come out. That's my assumption. Just a quick tip when you're pulling these out, if you don't separate the bolts and you put them all in a bin like I am, or in a bowl, the easiest way to tell, see how you have two different, same lengths, different size screws. One's technically like a bolt. The easiest way to know is the coarse thread, like this, is going to go into plastic every time. If it is like this one, it'll go into metal every time. So that'll go there. So coarse thread, fine thread, coarse thread, and then fine thread for any other spot that has metal. So this will always go into metal, and this one will always go into plastic. Like there is one more 10 hidden back here on the back side. Has a lot more screws holding this on than I would have thought. Hopefully I don't have to pull anything here, because that might kind of suck. It doesn't look like it. Oh, I do see another one hidden. They did not want this headlight going anywhere. If you look from the driver's side, back behind, right in front of the relay and fuse box, you'll see, kind of hard to see, right down there, tip of my finger, see that little stud? There is a 10 there. Now to get to that one, I don't really know besides going underneath the front of the headlight here. Let me open up one of the headlights, because this is typically what I do, is open up the new one. You can see all the mounting points. I haven't even opened these, which I probably should, to make sure they're the right ones to begin with. So let's do that. All right, nice foam padding. This has an R on it, so it should be the passenger side, right side. Yeah, as you can see, this is the one we're looking at now, which would be, no, never mind. I'm backwards, I think. Which one would that be? That'd be on the back side. That'd be like right in here. Maybe that is not part of the headlight. Sure looks like it though. But it does not have an arm like that. Unless that might be this one here. No, because it's backwards facing. What the heck, man? All right, let's pull the ones out we know and we'll give it a look. So that's why I guess you look, because I'm wiggling the headlight after pulling that last one right here. And as you can see, that mount doesn't move at all. So I think that's just for your air intake bracket. So we should be all the way loose on this side. That little plastic clip, we're gonna have to pop this up. That way it, I think, leaves that clip in the body. So I'm gonna have to maneuver that around a little bit. Yeah, there is a, you have to squeeze those together with pliers. Or maybe with your fingers. If you have strong fingers, I do not. So I will grab some pliers, squeeze that together, and hopefully it pops up. As you can see, I'm going for this right here. Just have normal need on those pliers. Everyone should have. It is kind of hard because it's facing, like, I have to squeeze it this way. So you have to kind of get the pliers in there. It won't be the easiest thing to do, to get them to squeeze. Apparently you're just gonna squeeze it and pull up. That's the plan. Unless you can pop this out. Let me look at the new headlight, see if it even has those things there. Okay, see, the new headlight does not have these in there already, so these actually need to stay in the vehicle. So we're gonna wiggle this and keep that clip down in there, just like that. So pretty much you're pulling the plastic out of that kind of yellowish, whitish plastic. It kind of pops on there. And now we're loose. So now we'll undo our connections. Which we have, our new one, I think should have bulbs and everything in it. So we're just gonna pull all of our quick connects. Low beam, high beam, running lights, all that. Marker light. Marker light, I have a little bit of wire. So I will pull that connection off and I can get to it better when I get the housing away from the body. And there is kind of like a zip tie that holds the back of the wire loom to the back of the headlight, but we'll address that here in a minute. Let's pull all your connections. Just gonna wiggle this forward. Gotta get the corner of the headlight away from the bumper. Okay, so now we're kind of tight on the wire loom. So we'll pull our turn signal wire. And the only thing holding it on right now is the two connections of these little built-in zip tie holder looking things. But you gotta figure out how to release. Looks like you should be able to shove a flathead screwdriver down the back side of it, potentially. Let's check our new headlight, see if we even have that mount. Okay, our new headlight does not have the zip tie thing, so we gotta pull that off with it. I'll show you what I'm talking about as soon as I get this out. It's another kind of Christmas tree clip looking thing. I suggest getting the trim removal tool thing before this job. It'll make it a lot easier. It's just not very easy to get out of there, surprisingly. Try the wiggle method. Maybe we can spin this. No. Or threw out a wire. Yeah, there we go. You can see what I'm doing now. Show you guys what I'm doing. So as you can see, this is what I'm talking about here. Good thing I pulled it out because I'll just use pliers, squeeze this and pop it out. You know, it's set up kind of like the bottom of that thing there. Gotta go from the bottom side of it, or side of it, I guess. The side of the side. There you go. Show you guys kind of how that's set up. See, it just has little clips on each side. You squeeze them in and it'll pop right out. So same thing with this other one here. Alright, just like that, your headlight housing is removed for one side. It seems complicated, but it's really not bad. Just a lot of screws and stuff, so just make sure. I recommend doing this one side at a time like I'm doing. That way you can just literally put all the screws back in. If you have extra screws, you're obviously missing one spot. So we will unbox the driver's side, which will be the left. Hopefully it is the left, and we'll put it in. And unfortunately, here's the driver's side, so that is good. This company, I'll leave a link in the description for these headlights, but they're so cheap they don't even give you bulbs. So you gotta swap all your bulbs over real quick, just easy, especially when you have both headlights out. Just go one from the other. Yeah, should be pretty simple. So these aftermarket housings, they're kind of on the ghetto side, it looks like. They had to like cut these tabs off to get it to fit into their own housing. So this is the OEM one from Toyota. So I have to use their little ghetto mount one to swap the bulb over. And then for the main headlight, the OEM has this cover which has a pigtail to like make sure it's dust proof and everything, waterproof. The aftermarket one does not even come with a cover. Not really sure why it doesn't have a cover on either one of them. So pretty much you have to take the bulb off the pigtail, put it in the aftermarket one, then I'm going to try to plug this in and hopefully this cap still fits on here. So that's what I'm going to try doing right now. And on there you have to take off the O-ring, which is stupid to begin with, but I'd rather have a plastic cover than have nothing over it at all. So everything's swapped over, bulb, everything. We're gonna hook it all up before I hook in my loom things, make sure the headlights work. I actually need to do this little tiny corner one because I doubt they gave you one on the new one. You know, it's just like a little T10 that they could have easily included. I need pliers to get that one out. Yeah, they couldn't even include a T10 or 194 bulb. That's sad. Doesn't look like they rigged this one up at all, so it should be a direct swap. There's a 194. And all the bulbs worked on this. I'm also looking at the filaments when I'm putting them in. So just wiggle this one in there if it'll go in. Their manufacturing, whoever this is, isn't very good. So I will not be linking this product in the description. Because honestly, I'm going to review them pretty badly. I know I'm going to have to aim these things. Because I doubt they're set up at all. So this is all swapped over. Let's hook it up. I have all the wires hooked up, so let's go flip on the headlights and see if anything happens. Parking light's running, which is good. We should have the 194 going, but we don't. Don't know. Maybe that bulb is bad. Let's turn the ignition on. Okay, still no 194, but we do have low beams. Parking light, low beams, 194's on. Let's flip our brights on and our hazards. Should be our brights. Brights work. Brights work. So now we need, let's just do our turn signal. Let's climb in the car. Turn signal bulb works. All we need is the new 194 bulb. And get this button back up. Well, unfortunately, these aren't the best headlights. I will not be recommending these to anyone. This hole is way too big to even snap on the plastic. This one doesn't even reach the plastic. And that's bottomed out because you're hitting the side of the car there. I'm not replacing the 194 yet because I can get to it right here. This car, you don't have to remove anything to get to any bulbs. So, yeah, plastic is like dremeled out on the bottom side here, so that one will work. This will work. I need to get this one to work. If not, I'm gonna have to do a bolt and washer or something. Not very impressed with these headlights. Like, look at that build quality. Like, that's not very great. I don't know how long these will last. What I'm gonna do for her is, she already paid me to do all this stuff to begin with, is I'm gonna get her old headlights, I'm gonna polish them and everything. I'll either give them to her or just keep them. That way if these will start getting to that point, probably in 2 years, then we'll just swap them out again. So as of right now, they don't weigh too much for OEM ones. So I'm gonna sand them and polish them and get them going, make them look nice again. But these will look good for right now. So I'm gonna see what I can do to get this in here without breaking this tab off. Okay, it's mounted. Got my wire loom clipped in how it should be. Everything looks good. And like I said, I'll do the 194. This, I did not want to break the plastic. That's the only way to hold it on there. I'm gonna make sure the hood closes fine with that being like that. It's sitting on the top corner, but it is held in. I can't pull it up or anything. So yeah, we're gonna see if it'll ride like that. It's only like 2 millimeters maybe higher than it was. Bolts in the side there. So I think that's all of them. Yeah, I imagine we're out to aim them. Aiming them, you use this little silver bolt here. Yeah, you can use the, I think that's an 8 on the back, or I've even stuck a Phillips head. That's what has these little teeth, I think. That's how I've done it. Stuck the Phillips head and turn it, and it acts like a gear and spins it up and down and everything. So yeah, I guess I'll go on the other side, and here's the side-by-side difference here. It looks pretty bad. So there's kind of the backward shot. Yeah, I'll do this one real quick and then walk you through how to put this back together. Okay, as you can see, both headlights are in, everything works. This 194 went out. I actually tried the original housing as well. I don't know, I think it was honestly the sun hitting it. I'm gonna replace both of them regardless. So they come in 2 packs. So yeah, got it mounted. This one's same exact issue. They need to make this like a 1/16 of an inch longer. And it would all fit fine. So let's see if we can get this all put back together, make it look normal again. Make sure your bumper foam padding is where it's supposed to be, because it does fall. That's the only thing I could see hanging you up and you not knowing what's going on. Because that's supposed to be pretty much right in the middle. Right there. Just gonna lift it up and hopefully everything goes in place how it should. Hoping these kind of aftermarket headlights don't have any issues with this bumper going back on. That's going to be a little on the irritating side. And it seems to pretty much be going right back where it should be. No issues at all yet. These plastic tabs have to go on top. Make sure your wheel well liner has to be on the right side. So it's supposed to go on the other side here, which this is super flexible, so you can move this however you want to. No problem getting that where it needs to go. And there you go. Bigger screw there, your little tree tab cushion type thingy there. You do have to turn those like a quarter turn and then pull them out. That's why there's that flat head on them. As far as the top, everything lines up. Put your bolts in there. Remember, your coarse screws go into metal. You're fine. Or your, sorry, got that backwards. Your coarse go into plastic. You're fine going to metal. And yeah, I'll pop this in the rest of the way. Get out. Right, got everything done finally. Winch wipers on. Headlights fully installed, oil change. I had to go buy a special oil filter wrench. Even the headlights right now. Passenger side looks pretty good. I want to be back a little further, but the sunlight, you can't really tell all that great. It's an 8 millimeter on the back of this little silver nut right here. And you got to go clockwise. Brings it down. It takes a little bit of movement to get them working. Yeah, I'll probably tell her I'll get it close and then I can adjust it at nighttime if she wants. But yeah, that's pretty much done. I think there looks pretty good for right now. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good, especially compared to the old ones. They look pretty good. when I got the specialty tool for the oil filter wrench, I went ahead and got the 194 bulbs. So those are in there. As you can see, they're working. Yeah, everything seems to work. Got them lined up pretty good for now. Since I had to use the current bulbs, this bulb was brand new, that one's old, so might recommend her to get a new bulb for this side, but at least the driver's side has a new one. That's why it's a little bit brighter on the garage door. Probably a different brand too. So pretty much it. Thanks for watching. See you guys next video.